This is my Kia Sorento 2014, and I'm starting to notice that I'm getting scratches and nicks along the bumper sill here. For some reason, Kia did not put a bumper protector sill here, so on this sill. So basically, decided to buy a aftermarket metal guard here for the sill, and it will go on like this. And basically, it's stainless steel, and it's tapes onto the bumper and protects it from things coming out of the cargo bay and hitting it and scratching it like I'm starting to get a few here. And I will put a link to this plate in the video description below at Amazon, but basically it's not really ready for application yet. I'll show you why in a minute, but first of all, it doesn't have enough application tape on the bottom for my liking, so I'm going to change that and and make it a much more solid unit than what it is when it ships. Now, your first thing that you're going to need to do when you actually want to mount this plate is wash this off with soap and water first. Get it nice and clean. After that, give it a wipe. I use some isopropyl 91%, which is 91% isopropyl alcohol and 10% water, or no, sorry, 9% water. And there's no oils or anything else in there. So make sure if you're going to use the alcohol to clean this off after you do soap and water, that you have an isopropyl that's just alcohol and water. And the reason I use the alcohol and water was to get the excess dirt that didn't come off with those soap and water. And there actually was a little bit on there that didn't come off. So also the isopropyl will lift the grease and any grease and oil that may be attached to the surface of your paint. So that'll make the plate adhere a lot better when you put the tape, tape it on there. And I did get some Scotch 3M double-sided sticky tape, which is what they used on the plate itself. So again, this is available in the video description below from Amazon for under $5. So that's a good investment when doing this. Now, this does look blue, but this is a protective plastic coating or film that they put on it just to keep it nice during shipping. So I'm going to peel that off after I'm done. So let's go put the tape on it and prep it to go onto the bumper, and then we're going to put it on the bumper, and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, my apologies for not being able to get the whole thing in the shot. It's pretty wide. You can see that there's large sections of it where there's no double-sided tape applied to it. And basically what that means is that, if you put some pressure on it, it may bend there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bunch of slices of tape, just like these ones here, going this way, I guess vertically, across here, and just to shore it up and to give it a little bit more support so there isn't large voids of metal where if you put some weight on it, it might bend. So that's number one. Number two, you'll notice that there's some fingerprints and stuff on it. Here you'll see a few. I don't know if you can see them on video or not, but basically there's oil and stuff. So I'm going to wipe it down with isopropyl, the 91% with water, and get all that oil off of there before I begin applying the sticky tape. And when I'm done, I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll go from there. The other thing I noticed too is that the rear edge, the edge that goes down across the lip of the bumper towards the road, is pretty sharp, number one. And number two, it doesn't have any tape on it, so it's going to be resting right against the paint, so it's going to have a tendency, I would think, to scratch the paint. So I'm going to put tape along it as well to protect the paint and the bumper from scratching on that sharp edge. All right, applying the tape's pretty straightforward. You just peel it off the roll, and it's sticky on one side and has a cover on the other side to protect the adhesiveness on the other side. You want to keep your fingers as much off the adhesive side as possible, and cut it to your length using scissors or a pair of a knife, whatever. Just be careful with either one, and basically slice it up and tape it on your unit and go from there. It's pretty straightforward. Just peels off and then it adheres to whatever you stick it to, like normal tape, except it's got a top coating which you're gonna have to peel off later. All right, as you can see, a lot more double-sided tape on that piece now. Again, you can go crazy with it, or you can not put any on it at all, just go with what they send you, but up to you. And I will put below in the video description below the tape I used. Another thing too that you want to do is you want to find midway on this thing. I've measured it from tip to tip, though I can't get the whole thing in my camera shot here. It's 37.5 inches in width. So 18 3/4 is the middle point. So I'm just going to put a little mark there on that. So I'll take my measure down here. Make sure I got it more or less on the right spot. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's the 18 3/4. Now, I mean, if you're going to buy the same unit that, again, I'm going to put in the video below, if you're going to buy the same plate, then all you really need to know is it's basically right at the edge of the E on Sorento, you know, but I mean, best to measure it out. And I'm going to put it on the other side, of course. Just put a little mark on the other side, right there. Remember, my protective blue coating is still on there, so let's take a look at that. Again, flip it over, and there it is, right there. Now, I can remeasure it, make sure I'm on there, and you know, definitely keep the blue protective film on the actual plate till you're done, because you'll scratch it otherwise. You know, you don't want to do that. So I'm a little bit off, I think. 18 3/4, yeah, I am a little bit off. I thought I was centered up, but I'm not. Right. There's the center. All right. That's important because when you're going to go center it up on the car, and I'll show you how to do that, you'll you know, you want to get it right in the center, get it nice and you know, tight on there and centered right, so it looks great. So next we're going to dry fit it on the car, and what dry fitting means is I'm going to leave all the backing tape on the sticky two-sided tape on the back on it, and I don't know if you noticed or not, but I put a full strip along the lower edge of the actual sill or plate, because it wasn't there. And I'm going to dry fit it to make sure that didn't change anything, and I want to make sure it all fits right before I peel the tape off and put it on. So let's go do that. All right, there's the dry fit, but basically I've taken it and you know, centered it up with the locking post here, and it looks really good. I measured it out on both sides, and it's even on either side, so that's great. My strategy though is going to be to get the sticky tape on the lip to attach first to the bumper, and then basically roll it on in this direction. So what I'm going to do is attach the sticky on the bottom to the bumper right there. That'll lock it in nicely, and then I'm going to press it down and finish the rest, and you know, basically stick it on. So that's my strategy. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'm gonna probably have to bend it a bit or push it down to stick it on there, because it doesn't lie perfectly flat on it, but I'm sure the tape will take care of that. As long as I keep it centered, we'll be good. So I've got my mark there, and after we get all the tape, the double-sided backing on that tape on the back of this plate, I'll mount it. So that's where we're going next. Dry fit, looks good. All right, there's all the backing tape taken off, and tedious job. I used my box cutter, the point on that knife, to peel off all the individual backing tape. Not a big deal, just a little tedious. Now, one thing you want to do is avoid touching the tape at all with your fingers. So if you're right-handed, start peeling the backing tape from the left and work your way to the right, and vice versa if you're left-handed. But here we are, we're ready to go. And as I said, I'm going to start from the lip and move it forward like that. So let's flip it over and let's do it. Now this tape is really, really adhesive, so make sure you get this centered up right prior to making contact. Okay, I think I'm there. You feel that? It's crazy how sticky this stuff is. I'm just feeling for the edge. I don't think I'm quite there. I may have to come in from the front to the back. See how that goes. Yep, looks like the front to the back is going to work better. So I'm going to push it so that it's flush to the curvature of the actual bumper, because it's not quite there. So I'm pushing it flush, and now I'm pressing it down, and that worked really well. Looks like I get a better fit over here. Not quite there. Use a lot of pressure here. It's looking good. There we go. I'm going to continue to put pressure down on it until I get a good adhesive fit. But I think that's it right there. I think we're there. It looks really nice from the looks of it. So let's peel the blue film off of it. Well, there's more than one layer, looks like. It's kind of neat. That's layer number one. Let's take the next layer off. That's the final layer. Oh yeah. Well, look how pretty that looks already. Just that beautiful finish on that. Even if it does nothing else, it will certainly make it look nice. Boy, that looks tremendous. Let's keep going here. Well, I'm really impressed at how that looks. Very nice. I am really impressed with that. Oh, still got a little bit here. Get that off. Wow. Man, does that ever look nice. Just on the look alone, never mind what it does to protect the bumper. It looks amazing. Very impressive. Look at that. Well, there we are, guys. That's it. Looking really nice. Let me zoom in on it here. Man, the finish on that is so nice. Now, let's close the door. Make sure it shuts nice and it doesn't actually bind or anything. I don't think it will. Beautiful. Lots of clearance all the way around. Looks amazing. Certainly recommend this upgrade, I would say. It's well worth it, the money I spent on it. Again, see the video description for a link to it on Amazon. And wow, certainly blings it out. See if I can get you a better angle so you can see it a little better. That's it for my installation on that protective sill. It seriously looks amazing. I don't know whether the camera actually catches how nice that looks, but it's a huge upgrade on that rear bumper. It just looks 1,000 times better, and now it'll protect it from scratches, dings, and dents from people lugging it in, putting stuff in the cargo bay. I mean, I may also go for the interior sill, which is right here in the future, but that's another video. Again, highly recommend this upgrade on your Sorento. It looks amazing. There's the finished product. You can see a nice reflection from it because it's chrome, of course, or stainless steel. Looks amazing. I can't explain enough how nice it looks. Hopefully you can see how nice it looks in the video. Again, a great accent to your car and a great accent to the bumper. Keeps it, and it also has a practical purpose. It keeps the scratches and scrapes from happening to it. That's it for my video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video and it helped you out in some way, do me a favor, click on the like button right down here. And you know, if you wish to subscribe to my channel, just click on this link up here. And that should subscribe you to the Richard Lloyd channel, or Richard Lloyd USA channel. Okay, again, thank you very much for your time and watching.